Good morning, everyone. So we are the Group 2, and for our report, we choose a recent study on the advancement of beetroot production. So the paper is titled Effects of Nitrogen Nutrition on the Nutraceutical and Anti-Nutrient Content of Red Beet, or scientifically known as Beta vulgaris L, baby leaves grown in a hydroponic system. So this study focuses on three modern approaches in beetroot cultivation, specifically hydroponic systems for its controlled environment or for its controlled nutrient management. Second, it helps in optimizing nutrition to balance its growth, nutritional quality, and safety. And then we have assessing both beneficial compounds such as antioxidants and betalains and its anti-nutrients such as nitrate and oxalate. So it highlights how the advancement of cultivation techniques and nutrient management can improve the quality and safety of beetroot baby leaves for human consumption. Now let's start with the background of this study. So nitrogen is a key nutrient that supports plant growth, yield, and overall crop quality. However, too much nitrogen can harm the environment, for example, by causing water pollution, and can also lead to the buildup of harmful compounds in plants. Red beet or Beta vulgaris L baby leaves are popular leafy vegetables for salads due to its bright color, mild flavor, and high nutritional value. They are rich in beneficial compounds like betalains and antioxidants, which are also good for our health. On the other hand, these leaves can also accumulate anti-nutrients such as nitrate and oxalate, which may be harmful for our body if it is consumed in large amounts. For this reason, it is important to study how nitrogen nutrition affects both the nutraceutical and anti-nutrient content of red beet baby leaves, especially when grown in a controlled hydroponic system. Next is the objectives of the study. The primary goal was to evaluate how different nitrate concentrations in a nutrient solution, 1 mm versus 10 mm, and harvest timing 10 days after planting versus 17 days after plantings affect its. First, to assess the impact of varying nitrate concentrations and harvest timing on the biomass accumulation and overall yield. Second, to quantify the concentration of health-promoting secondary metabolites such as betalains, phenols, and flavonoids across different growth stages. Third is to evaluate the accumulation of anti-nutritional compounds, specifically nitrate and oxalate. And lastly, it is also to determine the feasibility of reducing nitrogen fertilizer inputs while maintaining the nutritional quality of the final product.
Good day everyone, I am Manin Panis and today I'm going to discuss the methodology which composes of systems and location of this study. Beta vulgaris or the bull's blood grown in a glass house floating hydroponic system at the University of Pisa. The treatments is composed of two nutrient solutions, level tested of 1 mm low and 10 mm control. It also composed of design and timeline, which is a randomized block design. It is used randomized block designs with 3 replications harvested at 10 and 17 days after planting. It also composed of measurements. Evaluated growth is the biomass, the leaf area, pigments, betalanins, and chlorophyll. Antioxidant, which is composed of phenols, absorbic acid, and minerals and anti-nutrients such as nitrate, oxidate. In the analysis, they use two-way ANOVA to know the level and the time of the principal components analysis. Let's move on to the harvest time and the nitrate effect of the red bet. Harvest time, 10 days versus 17 days after planting. Yield and quality, it will affect, of course, the yield and the quality of the product or the crop. Next one is the nutrients and the anti-nutrients. Mag-differ ang 10 days compared to 17 days, which accumulates more oxidates ba or less oxidates. The next is the growth. Of course, the growth of the crop. It reduces the yield, the weight, the left area of the crop, and the antioxidant capacity. Next one is the safety of the crop, which is 1 lowers nitrate and total oxalates at 17 days after harvest by increasing oxidase activity.
So for hydroponic system with extract control of nitrogen level for beetroot, which enhance the root yield, diameter, and nutrient content compared to the traditional soil farming. Kani siya is kuan siya ma-enhance ang iyang secondary metabolism and also photosynthesis which is allows for making food for the beetroot. And also this indicate of the best balance for leaf also. For the limitations, the research was not given numbers of replication, which is hard to explain, or how many repetitions to he use of nitrogen for nitrogen. Then the responses of based on the carbon nitrate balance theory without any molecular or enzymatic coloration, which is there's no base or it is a theory he given. Then the assessment of anti-nutrients was based on the assessment of nitrates and nitrogen contents alone without any assessment of oxalate. So oxalate is not positive waste products. They have a very important role in the plant physiology.
So for the contribution to ornamental crop advancement, the study contributes to the improvement of hydroponics production, particularly for red beet baby leaves, by analyzing how nutrient management affects plant growth and crop quality. One important factor studied is nitrate concentration, which influences plant growth, yield, and nutrient value when supplied through hydroponic nutrient solution. The research also shows that nitrate levels and harvest timing affect antioxidant formation, including important compounds like phenols, flavonoids, and betalains. In terms of nitrogen supply, high nitrate levels can increase crop yield and oxidation content, but excessive nitrogen may also cause the accumulation of undesirable compounds such as oxalates and nitrates. On the other hand, low nitrates level reduce fertilizer use and environmental impact. Although it may also result in lower yield and reduced phytochemical quality. Then the findings of the study highlights the importance of proper nutrient management in hydroponic system to optimize crop performance. It also supports the concept of sustainable production, where growers aim to balance productivity, crop quality, and environmental sustainability. The research is particularly relevant to controlled environment agriculture, where nutrient supply can be carefully managed to improve plant growth and quality. One recommended approach is dynamic fertilization, which involves adjusting nitrate levels based on plant growth stage to improve nutrient efficiency.
This slide presents the conclusion and insights from the study about how different nitrogen levels affect red beet baby leaves grown in a hydroponic system. The result shows that nitrogen plays a very important role in the plant's nutrients, color, and overall quality. First, the study found that low nitrogen supplies, specifically 1 millimolar, reduced important minerals in the beet leaves. These minerals include nitrogen, calcium, and magnesium, which are essential for plant growth and development. When these nutrients decrease, the plant may not grow as well or produce as many healthy leaves. However, even though some nutrients decrease, low nitrogen increase certain micronutrients, especially manganese and copper. This means that different nutrient levels can change the balance of minerals inside a plant. Another result is that lower nitrogen made the red color of the beet leaves less intense. These red beet leaves normally have a strong red pigment, but with less nitrogen, the color becomes lighter. This suggests that nitrogen also affects the appearance and visual quality of the leaves. The conclusion tells us that nitrogen concentration influences both the mineral composition and the visual quality of the red beet baby leaves grown in hydroponics.
And for the insights, nitrogen strongly affect yield, leaf color, and antioxidant content in red beet baby leaves. And low nitrogen 1 millimeter reduced nitrogen, calcium, magnesium in yield and lead pigmentation but increased manganese and copper. And high nitrogen increased betalains, phenols, and flavonoids but may also raise nitrate and oxalate levels. And lastly, proper nitrogen management is essential to balance crop activity because effective nitrogen management is crucial to balance productivity, nutritional quality, and food safety.